All right. I really enjoyed that two-part series, but I think we could take it one additional step further.
Yeah, so
But wait. My bad. How are you doing? How are you doing? I'm sorry.
I'm good.
You good?
I think so.
Around this time, well, I guess when people see this,
Who are you?
well, I'll get to that. By the time they see this, we will probably be back from WPPI.
Oh, that's right.
Yeah.
That's right. We are going to WPPI.
Yeah.
And this will drop during WPPI.
During WPPI or slightly after, which means that we'll have to do something while we're at WPPI, right?
Of course.
Yeah.
As long as you are involved, there will be something done wherever.
Are we gonna finish the season once the PMDC season starts?
You don't have to ask me twice.
All right. I mean, So we'll be close, guys. We're getting close to our season finale of season 1 of.
But we're doing 12, 10, 15?
Something like that.
Yeah.
All right, with that being said, welcome everybody to another episode of Focal Conversations. I am Michael Edwards.
Natasha of the Edward family.
Nice.
Hi, Mom.
All right.
Hi, Mother.
Oh.
You know what? That's funny.
What?
I don't call my mother Mom or Mother. Did you know that?
No. What do you call your mom?
Antonia.
You call your mom by her name?
Well, the young lady thought she was too young for her kids to call her Mommy. So when we called her Mommy, no. Then she had her last child.
Okay.
And all of a sudden she wanted to be Mommy.
Okay.
So
well, why don't you say something to your mom on the show in your native tongue?
I think she will be proud that I'm using Edward.
Okay.
But upatevle no kuyo Mommy, leofenu, abweza. Mommy, and all her grandkids call her some form of grandma.
Okay.
But
I don't know what you said, but
I just told her. I just reminded her when growing up, she didn't want us to call her Mommy.
Okay, all right.
She wanted to, live a young life.
Hello,
Antonia.
Hello, Mom.
Yeah, I'm gonna send this to her.
All right, let's get right into it. Natasha, we talked about. I alluded to before. Kind of got to it that we're doing kind of like almost a series. We started 2 back-to-back episodes for the pod talking about community, the feeling of it, the takeaway of it. But then that next step is what we're talking about today. And what is our topic today?
It is. I love this topic. I don't know if it's just the context or the wording. The solo flight.
The solo flight. Yeah.
Can I define that?
Oh, yeah. Well, go right ahead.
You see, I'm not throwing anything. The solo flight. We've talked about building your community, but does that mean your work, your style, your niche has to be the same that of your community? Right? You can still have a community, but you can still stand on your own branding.
Yeah.
Your own style of images. You can create your own.
Oh boy.
I don't want to see your picture looking like everybody else's in the community. Nope.
Well,
solo flight.
Let's get it right into it. So, like Natasha said, the solo flight is one by which, we talked about the importance of community. We talked about the importance of mentorship. We've talked about all of these things. But the next step for a creative is having those identifiable measures that help you stand out in the market of photography. And we're talking to it being from the standpoint of developing a business. Because if you're doing it as a... if you're doing it as a hobby, it's not something that is, something where you have to establish an identifiable thing just yet because it's hobby.
as a hobby, you're still trying to figure it out, right?
Right,
Or
right.
you just love what you do and you want to stay at that level. That's fine. But if you want to be recognized as a brand, or you want someone to recognize that a photo is from Michael Edwards, you want to be recognizable among the saturated community, then you have to figure out what your style is.
And an example that I'll share, I like sneakers. I love sneakers.
Oh, let's not go there, because
sneakers.
I'm still intending to sue you.
If you don't know me,
I'm still intending to sue you.
I have a vast collection of sneakers.
And sometimes the people you hang around with, you become victim to their addiction. Listen. I just.
Can I get to my analogy without you pouring out your own?
You become victim to their addiction because him.
All right.
We digress.
But I love
story.
sneakers. I love sneakers, right? But the importance of sneakers is that every brand has a different interpretation of what a sneaker is, right? So a sneaker is a sneaker, but what makes a sneaker different from the next brand?
You can identify Nike apart from Adidas.
Absolutely. So you know that if you see that check, that is a Nike sneaker, and they're going to go into making sure it looks a certain way. If it has a flying person with a basketball, that's Michael Jordan, and there's some Jordan elements that are going to go into certain brands, and that there are specific types of sneakers. There's Jordan 1 through forever, and then you have other brands like New Balances and Adidas that have identifiable types of sneakers. Now, they're all sneakers.
They're all sneakers.
They all
go on your feet.
They're all sneakers, but they all have a difference in what they present to the market.
Yeah.
The same thing can be said about the solo flight. Yes, we are coming from a community. Yes, we are coming from the high of the community. Yes, we're coming from the fact that we've learned how to do something through mentorship in the community. But it doesn't mean that we self-replicate what
everybody's
the next person is doing, And it's one of those things where the creative community gets caught up in trends. We get caught up in trends. We get caught up in other people's styles. And sometimes we get lost. That gets lost in translation. In the solo flight, what was something that was identifiable for you that said, okay, I need to take off on a solo flight? And in doing so, what were some of the measures that you could click in and say, this is me?
I don't think I needed to do that from a photography standpoint. As an individual, I'm always a solo flight, if that makes sense. I like to stand out among the noise. So I didn't go into it. It took me a minute to find my style, but I never had a thought to say, I want this image to look exactly like Michael's. I knew there were components of your image that I wanted to pull through mine, especially when we finally did off-camera flash. It took me a minute to get there, but I was like, if I add this splash of light to it, I can get what I want.
Right.
And I tend not to compare what I'm doing with other people, but when I got to exactly where I was like, okay, I like this. And then I try to replicate it as much as I can. And then it just became organic for me to keep that style. It took a lot to transition. I'm like, I like this with more light. I like this darker. I was going back and forth. But I knew eventually I will get to the point where this is just my unique style.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
So it's just a part of how I function.
Yeah. Something similar to that effect happened with me. I talk about how I started my photography journey with my good friend Jerome. We have a mutual friend who's a really good photographer. And I initially fell so in love with his style of photography that I tried to emulate it instead of trying to transition to my own style. And I didn't know that was a bad thing. I thought that the process of becoming a photographer is to get like someone and then market yourself. The solo flight is really the complete opposite of that. It almost is, I study, but then what are my takeaways from it? How do I make it uniquely my own? How do I set myself differently so that when you see my image, you see Michael Edwards.
Yeah.
And you don't see someone else. Because, there are identifiable photographers here in the DMV where you can look and say, that's their picture. That's people in the city.
Yeah.
That's a see-through, or that's a Ron. Like, there are so many different styles out here that you can say that's their style. But you never want it to be your style, kind of like falling into that,
Yeah, I think something just hit me when I was trying to find my style. I'm more of someone who shoots full body. Mm-hmm. I know at times, even when you say like, oh, try a portrait, I'm like, no, I want the full shot. I want the shoes. I want the hat. I want every color in there. Mm-hmm. And I think that's why I found this is what I love. Mm-hmm. Yes, you have to expand because sometimes client come for a headshot. A headshot is not a full body.
No.
So then I had to pivot.
Mm-hmm.
What's the word?
Yeah, you did. Yeah, look at you.
No, so I had to. I know full body pictures and composition. I had to add to my taste bud and say, okay, this is where I'm at. This is what I love. Oftentimes you'll see, a portrait headshot, but I had to figure out. I don't like missing the shoes in the picture, and if it's colorful, it's coming in. Yeah, it's coming in. So I like colors. I thought at some point I like my pictures a little darker and moody, and then I realized I'm not a moody photographer. No. Because I kind of saw you doing that, and I was like, maybe I like this. Then I tried. I was like, no, I don't like that. That's not me. That's Mike. But yeah, definitely full body with colors is my vibe.
But I would say that even when I was lending you my knowledge on that, it was more so that you understood what's available to you. Yeah. And therein lies the difference with you taking your solo flight. You're supposed to equip yourself with your own tool bag. Yeah. I'll say a tool bag. Everybody's tool bag, if you go into someone's house, their tool bag looks different. Some people just need like a Phillips screwdriver here and a flathead. Some people need some people have power drills and all these different bits. Everybody's tool bag looks different within their home, and that's what you have to kind of use when it comes to your photography style. Yeah, you'll have a Phillips here or you'll have a drill there, but you want to make sure there is something that puts you in your own category. And puts you in a position where you can achieve it on your own. Yeah. So community, sometimes we rely on somebody to do lights. But I've also found that if I use my smaller setup, which is the 80-200s and a 42-inch softbox, I'm good. Right. But sometimes I'm thinking, okay, I can use the 2 600s and you not there. I was like, no, I'll take it. I'll take it with me, and then I'll get to the shoot and I'm like, this is not me. Right. So I've realized I'm comfortable just using that smaller setup, and I can achieve it on my own if my community is not available to help me. So it's figuring out, even with the tools that you have, how can you manage it on your own to create what you want? Figuring all that out does take you to where you need to be at that solo flight. So I have a question for you. You always have a question for me. Once you get into solo flight mode, do you stay there, or do you still feel like it is necessary to still connect back into the community, or connect back into some mentorship, or connect back into learning more styles? You should never stop learning. You should never. I don't care how big you get. You should never stop learning. I'm still going to conferences. Yeah. Right. Yeah. I'm calling you. Hey, I have a shoot. Yeah. Like, are you coming to set up this lights? Yeah. We're still doing portrait meet, so I don't think a lot of people think, oh, I've made it. I'm getting $5,000 for a wedding. I don't need anything else. But I
I don't believe in that.
Yeah.
I think there's still opportunities to learn, network. You never know who you're going to run into in that networking process. So no, I will never stop learning. I will always learn something new as technology is evolving.
Yeah.
You got to evolve with it. Look at us. We're at AI. Right? So if you stop me, you're like, oh, I'm not trying this AI, you almost handicap to what you're comfortable with,
right,
and not putting yourself out there to learn more.
I think you got it. The learning process to the creative journey should be an ongoing process. It should also help you understand that even though you're learning, but you have to also understand what industry standard is all about. I think sometimes we get so caught up in the solo flight of making such an abstract approach of what we're presenting to people to stand out, that we're missing the bar for industry standard compositions or industry standard work that makes us viable within the workplace. Because if you look at your magazines and stuff, a lot of them are not showing these eccentric styles. They're showing you, hey, this is what the person has, this is what they're doing. Yeah. Even the shoot, sometimes they're only getting like 6 minutes. If you got somebody with a busy schedule, you're getting like 5 minutes to get these shots in. So understanding that, okay, yes, you can take a solo flight approach, but also recognizing within that flight, you got to understand and know what the industry standard is all about.
Yeah, whatever he said. That was a lot. Sorry.
It's not a lot, but it's necessary.
Sometimes my friend just goes and on. He lost me there for a minute. Sorry, buddy. What did you say?
I'm glad you're back. I'm glad you're back.
Oh my God! All right, bring me back.
Yes, but it's important. It's important that when you're defining any element of style or any element of what you're presenting to the creative community, to potential clients, or representing your business, that you are doing it the right way.
Yeah, but who said what the right way is? I find my way is the right way. You can't tell me nothing.
True, let
me tell you, this little Lucian girl with attitude. Who are you to tell me it's the right way, right? Yeah. But if I'm true to myself, this is always going to be me. I'm not going to turn around tomorrow and say, oh, let somebody tell me the right way.
Right.
And if you take guidance to figure out what the right way is, that's your way of doing it. But for me, my photography is the right way for me, but I can always improve.
Yeah.
I can always improve by learning. I'm not with the trend. Yes, sometimes client comes and they want the trend, and you just, I need my money. I'm going to produce the trend.
Yeah.
But, I just keep it to my style. And I think I've said that in another episode. When you come to me to shoot, you need to look at my portfolio.
Absolutely.
Don't bring me them Pinterest ideas. They're just ideas, but I want you to go to my page and say, okay, I like this, and let's go for it.
Yeah.
So my way is the right way. I'm just telling you. Sorry.
But it is you. It is uniquely you.
It's just the way I operate.
It is your fingerprint. Yeah. And that's what I encourage you guys to do. Put your fingerprint in this marketplace.
Yeah.
Not only from the standpoint of composition, but also business-wise. Put your understanding of business into the marketplace as well. And the two will help you be a distinct, viable option within the creative space, and will bolster not only your business, but it'll keep you intrigued in what you're creating as well.
Yeah, and don't take that and think, okay, I'm here, I'm solo flighting, if that's a word. I should be getting booking. It doesn't come that way. No. It doesn't come when you're confident in what you're doing. You've got you've got your style, you've got your process. There's still work to be done. It takes work to build a clientele, right?
Absolutely.
Sometimes we're a little too cocky and we think, oh, well, I'm doing so much and my picture looks like this and I'm still not. Now, if you have that attitude, you ain't going nowhere.
Yeah.
I took that $50 and guess what? Now I ain't taking no more $50 because I've put in the work. I've gone to the meets, cold days. I'm leading meets. I've gone to the conferences, spent thousands of dollars on my camera gears.
Yeah.
And I can tell you my value for my photo shoot is more than $50.
Absolutely.
But I've made my way there. I didn't just wake up one morning and got cocky and say, oh, you think I'm going to... You think you're going to pay me $50? No, I took my first $50, and I can tell you it's probably 8 times that when I decide I want to shoot something.
I remember when you got your first $50, I was like, why did you undervalue yourself? You was so excited.
Listen, I'm like, somebody paid me. What you mean I undervalued myself? But he was like, are you serious? I mean, they paid for what I gave them. Hey. I wasn't strong then. I mean, you probably thought more of me than I did.
Well, you were more than $50.
Listen, let me tell you. I went 7-Eleven.
Oh, gosh.
And bought me some ice cream.
But I'm hoping that you guys understand the distinction of what these 3 elements or these 3 topics that we've talked about. You know, yes, it's really good to find your community and the feeling of it. And then it's great to have these takeaways where you are connecting in a way that it provides elements for you to start a business and things of that nature. But now,
let me jump in. I'm going to cut you off because you cut me off all the time. So I have the right to do it.
Go ahead.
Don't use the community. When you make it, you forgot the community. See that bullshit that a lot of people be doing? Don't use the community, and then when you make it, you forgot what built you. I always tell people, I will never forget the way I grew up. I will show you my wooden house with no lights, no electricity, outdoor toilet. I will never forget where I came from. I will never forget who helped me get to where I am.
Right.
And I feel like sometimes people use the community to get what they want, and as soon as you get what you want, oh, goodbye, see you later, I'm better than you. No.
Hey, but
that's not going to get you far.
If that's your approach, it's going to stunt your solo flight.
And I'm going to tell you about it if I know about it.
Well, I think we've...
Continue supporting the community that got you to where you are,
Absolutely.
Regardless. Like, if I make it to Hollywood, I'm calling you all to help me shoot the video, right? It's like, don't forget the little people that got you to where you are. And I'm very passionate about this. Maybe one day I'll tell one of the stories that got me very passionate about this and pissed off sometimes. But guys, it's tacky. It's tacky. It's like,
but like
let's close this off before I go too far.
To put a button on everything. Again, these are all elements that will help you have a smooth solo flight into your career as a photographer, videographer, creative in any way. Just make sure that what you are putting into this marketplace identifies you solely and that you are a practitioner of the kindness that has been given to you.
And don't forget who helped you get to where you got to for the solo flight. That's my 2 cents.
Natasha is giving you more than 2 cents today.
Don't forget, you didn't get to where you are because...
Well, I think this is another...
You going to end it now?
Yeah, it's been another wonderful topic and another... great conversation, and I'm hoping that you guys are having these continued conversations on your own. And if you have any questions, just send it to us.
Send them my way.
Yeah.
I will answer your questions.
And shout out to the people who come on the lives and give all those wonderful questions as well.
Yeah, people
we love those.
I don't even join the lives. Lord have mercy, I gotta do better.
It's okay.
Me now want to hear me voice.
This has been another episode of Focal Conversations. My name is Michael Edwards.
Today I am Natasha Henry.
Oh, Natasha Henry.
Is that what I started with?
No, you said Edward. You're going to say goodbye to your family in Creole and stuff.
Antonia? Okay.
Go ahead.
That's all I'm going to say. She knows.
I mean, go ahead. I don't know if that was... I saw you pointing at me, so hopefully that was something nice.
Monsieur ni moi en le video ka parler. Ouais, je suis en le video, moi. Okay, mother. See you later.
Okay. Well...
One day we're gonna make it big.
Okay. All right, guys. See you guys next
You don't want me to translate?
Bye, guys.
Why are you running? You're supposed to respond in Creole.
Bye.